from recent election history that the race for the White House between Democrats and Republicans have boiled down to, in some voting jurisdictions across the country, to hundreds or just 1,000 or two votes. That's a very small difference between the winner and the loser. So let's just say, for argument's sake, that they're almost neck and neck. We use the horse racing example. Nose to nose, neck and neck. Winner is going to be in inches. In that environment, the independents, a strong independence candidate, a strong independence party, if we execute well, which we will, we have a very good team of professionals, we make our case to the American public, which we will, we only need 35% of the vote to win. So not only will we be taking votes from the left, we'll be taking votes from the right, and we will be pulling voters off of their couches that are in the middle, that normally don't participate, but finally see that there's going to be a pragmatic leader in the White House that, for example, is not owned by the Chinese or some other interest group. Therefore, with a tight three-way race, winner of 35% of the vote wins the White House. Or another way to say it, 35% of the vote gets the 270 electoral college votes that are needed to get the White House. So in some respects, a strong independent candidate, it actually increases the odds of any of the three candidates winning. Because the same would be true for the Democrats and the same would be true for the Republicans. But the difference here is now we've got three very different platforms. Now, we have been living with the Democrats and the Republicans for 175 years. They've had their day. It's long past due for them to head to the sidelines. It's time for a new team, new blood, to take care of the problems in America. You know, we're playing Major League Baseball here. You know, this whole idea that two parties can monopolize the American political and governmental power is right next to dictatorship. It's not far from it. And if we look at Western Europe, we see most of the Western European countries have strong third parties. In fact, they have multiple strong parties. And we often hear about coalition governments where somebody doesn't get a majority, someone doesn't get the 35%. You know, you got 6 different parties and everyone's got some number that's way less than a majority, and they have to gather together and form coalition governments. So that's the real proper direction of a democracy, and that means that more views across the society are represented in Washington, D.C. We can't continue on the road we're on. If we do, we're looking extinction in the face, because the current setup with our government and power structures in America are not serving us well. We are suffering. People are suffering at the individual level on the street. Homelessness, for example, you got millions of homeless people. These problems can't be solved because of this two-party political system. We have folks that make a mistake when they're young in life, they get in trouble with the law, and then the next thing you know, they come out of jail completely rehabilitated, and yet will suffer the rest of their life from that youthful mistake because of the system. So we've got so many things wrong with the system and I think the American people know and feel every topic that we bring up in these videos, and they shake their heads. You're absolutely right. So now's the time in history for the independents to get out there, and of course the Republicans and the Democrats are going to talk all day long. Oh, you're only taking votes here, you're only taking votes there, you're only helping the other guy win. That's all BS, okay? Don't listen to it for a minute. Our goal is to convince 35% of American voters to 40% of the American voters to vote for Robert Quigley and his administration and the Independence Party. If we do that, the other two parties are on the sidelines. They get to watch and learn for the next 4 years, and then we'll do it again 4 years later, and they'll watch and learn for another 4 years. That is what we're looking at now at this point in time.